Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to the fourth and final feature match of the week. Here we are in round 4, and we have basically our table 1 matchup here, where we have Destiny Adventurer Prank Kids versus Tri-Brigade Lunalight. My friend Joe on the left versus my friend Dalen on the right. Gonna be a pretty good matchup for you guys here, as is evident by how long this video is. Yeah, 30-minute commentary, damn near 30-minute commentary, here we come. So we're going to see Tri-Brigade Luna win the die roll here. Love to see that if you're the Tri-Luna player. And we're going to see him lead Tanky into Chick, dumping Martin, and also having that copy of the perfume to go with it, reviving the Martin. And then we're going to see him go into the Forstrix, which is an extender here. You can go ahead and grab him Zephyros, which is a really strong piece in the combo because it allows you to bounce back your Tiger in the pendulum scale, getting you a level 4 body on the field, again at the cost of about 400 life points, and also giving you the ability to reuse your Tiger, which again is one of the most insane cards in the deck. And speak of the devil, there it is. We're going to see him banish the perfume, adding the Tiger, discarding Zephyros as cost, scaling Zephyros, or not Zephyros, scaling the Tiger. We're going to see him use Tiger to revive the Kaleido Chick. Kaleido Chick effect activates here again, once per turn, by the way. Going to go ahead and send another Yellow Martin here as cost, by the way. They really went ahead and abused that semicolon with this archetype. Then we're going to see him go ahead and link off the Kaleido Chick and the Forstrix. Probably for some Tri-Brigade Link monster, I would imagine maybe Farragut or Bearbrum, but we'll go for the Farragut. And then we're going to see him activate Yellow Martin Engrave, returning the Tiger back to the hand to go ahead and special summon it. So getting a free extra body on field. Still also has access to the Zephyros Engrave, giving me an additional chance to recycle that one of Tiger. And speak of the devil, there it is again. We're going to see him play it. That's going to go ahead and revive the Kaleido Chick. And it looks like he'll activate Kaleido Chick yet again to go ahead and send the Emerald Bird, which is I believe a one of in the deck. And a decent extender. You can send a Lunalight card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, draw one card. This card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect. You can target one of your Lunalight monsters that is banished or in your graveyard except Lunalight Emerald Bird, but I believe this is being sent by a cost here, so we'll not get that effect here, but just getting it into the grave as a possible target to be able to revive off something like the Tiger. And I'm going to take all of these materials here and link them into an Appaloosa here with 3 materials, resolving the Farragut effect here to go ahead and draw and put one to the bottom. And yeah. So we'll see what the play from here is going to be. It's going to be to pay 400 here and use the Zephyros, returning that Tiger to the hand, and then special summoning back the Kaleido Chick with the Tiger, and then linking here into Predaplant Veritanaconda, paying 2k. This will successfully resolve to go ahead and send the Celestial and Dasher for the DPE. So this is basically just all Lunalight stuff here. We didn't really see any Tri-Brigade stuff here. I would imagine we had access to like a Tri-Brigade normal summon or a Karass here. Could have ended on a much better board. You had access to Revolt as well. I could see this board being way, way better. But Appaloosa for 3 with DPE. And like 3 or 4 cards in hand here. Especially having the opportunity to cycle one out with the Bearbrum, or not the Bearbrum, the Farragut effect. Pretty decent board here. But we'll see if the Prank Kid strategy can go ahead and crack it. Starting off really strong with Rite of Aramesir, getting the token and activating Fateful Adventure from the deck. We'll see if he has a Prank Kid here. That will probably fall victim to the DPE. I mean, you've got to DPE the normal summon. You can't let him get too far in because the Fateful Adventure will chain block the Prank Kid, but he's got Wandering Griffin Rider in hand, and this is a really good place to start. This is definitely going to be a threat to the Appaloosa here. But it looks like we're going to see him chain DPE to get the token off the field. So this could potentially let that Prank Kid effect walk. We're going to go ahead and see him activate the Prank Kid's place here. Now, I believe the Wandering Griffin Rider still does summon, just because the activation requirement was still met to be able to summon it. The token was on the field when it was activated. Not 100% sure if that's how it works, but I think it would make sense that it works like that. You still get to summon the Griffin Rider to the field. But obviously, the most important part here is being that the token is no longer on the field, so Griffin Rider is no longer an Omni Negate. But also, another thing you have to keep in mind here, with having something like Place on field, you have that really good effective Place, especially when going second, has always given Prank Kids the opportunity to chain block without even having something like Fateful Adventure in the rotation. But yeah, so he can go ahead and actually drop all of his opponent's monsters by 500 attack. It looks like that's exactly what he's going to do here. Chainlink 1, Fansies, Chainlink 2, Place. And that's going to lower all of his opponent's monsters by 500. And that's really important here because now the Appaloosa is at 1900, which can easily be contested by the Wandering Griffin Rider, which is sitting at 2000. So that 3 negate Appaloosa really not going to stand too much of a chance here to this growing Prank Kids board. We're going to see him summon out the Dropsies, Link 2 into Doodle Doo. Looks like it's Chainlink 1 Doodle, Chainlink 2 Dropsies, Chainlink 3 Fateful. So he's going to go grab the Draco back. He'll gain a rack, go ahead and special summon a Prank Kid, and then go ahead and search for probably either Pandemonium or a copy of Pranks. So we'll see what Prank Kid he decides to summon. It's going to be the red or the Lampsies. Going to go ahead and search out the Pranks. So the whole board pretty much successfully outed here. You have an answer to the Appaloosa, which has not been a factor this entire turn. And you've also got the Draco back, which, you know, good to have in hand, especially if he's able to get access to the token at later points in this game. Having a free bounce going into a board is always really solid. Anaconda is obviously not a threat, and neither are any of his backer. We're going to see him move to the battle phase here. Swing over the Appaloosa for 100. Doodle will go over the 0 attack Anaconda for a clean 2000. And then we're going to see him tag out the Doodle here in main phase 2 to add back both Fansies and Pandemonium. And yeah, board successfully cleared and has the entire engine established at this point. Has access to Battle Butler next turn, I would imagine. And we're going to see him actually discard Pandemonium for Pranks, which is interesting. We're going to see him summon the Pranks token, and that's going to be turned into Link Spider to go for Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy. This could potentially steal this DPE out of the graveyard. Doesn't even need to go for an Anaconda of his own. And I believe our Prank Kids player is also playing Thunder Dragon Fusion, so Anaconda kind of has dual purpose in this deck, is not only being able to summon DPE, but also being able to summon Butler. And let's just, you know, put it out there. Thunder Dragon Fusion in Prank Kids sometimes is just an absolute blowout card. When you think you've stopped your opponent dead in his tracks, they just have TDF, and then it's just game right there because they get instant access to Butler, plus follow-up next turn. We will see our Tri-Luna player here have Nibiru, though. Going to be a really good answer to a very, very, very looming threat in that of the Charmer. You cannot let your DPE get yoinked like that. It is such a strong play, so you've got to throw the Nibiru there. And I think they're calculating token stats here. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm a little surprised to see him pitch the Pandemonium, though, off of the Pranks. I don't know if this is a little bit of an overextension. Perhaps he didn't need to go for the token if he already had access to Battle Butler. Feel like he might actually have another copy of Pandemonium in hand. Because I think he might be on 2 Pandemonium, so I'm not entirely sure. I feel like that would be the only reason you'd ever want to go ahead and actually get rid of a card like Pandemonium, especially if it's going to be live and extremely impactful as maybe a double Raigeki in the next turn, which is really strong against a deck like Tri-Brigade. Don't know how well it fares against the Lunalight part of the deck, but still, board clears are typically very strong at slowing down Tri-Brigade strategies. Clear the normal, clear the Cuirass, and pretty much handshake from there on out. But you do have the extra extension of the Lunalight package at, you know, your disposal here. So taking a moment to think here what the next move is going to be. Still has the Draco back at hand, not helping out too much. And I think that is a second copy of Pandemonium. I was going to say, he might honestly be debating on using it here this turn. It looks like that's exactly what he's going to go ahead and do. We'll see how many Prankets he decides to use. Maybe only going for a Weather Washer or a Rocket Ride, or maybe just outright for Butler. Looks like he's only going to go ahead and use Fansies and Lampsies here, though. We'll see. I mean, I'm no Prank Kid Master here, but we'll see what he decides to go for here at this point. Yeah, he's going to go for Rocket Ride. And then that's going to trigger the effect of place here. It's going to boost all of his monsters by 500, making that token just a little bit harder to deal with. And then he's going to go ahead and burn for 5. Since I don't believe he's had the opportunity to use Lampsies yet this turn, he'll go ahead and spec out a Roxy's, activating the Rocket Ride here. We'll see what he tags into. Definitely going to bring back Doodle Doo here. You 100% have to do that. And bringing back a copy of Lampsies. Also have to keep in mind at this point, he is locked into Prank Kid's monsters because of the restriction of Pandemonium. I was going to say it might be cool if he had access to another Roxy's Engraved because he could have made a rank 4, but either way it wouldn't have mattered just because of the Prank Kid's Pandemonium restriction. But he will be able to get to a Bow Wow Bark here. Roxy's resolving now, banishing a drop from hand to go ahead and draw. It's always nice having both Doodle and Bow Wow on field, especially with the added protection that the Rocket Ride can offer. I believe only the Doodle Doo in this situation. And now we're going to see him activate Draco back, which you can do so long as it is on a non-effect monster. It doesn't have to be just on the Brave token. I believe it can be equipped to like any token, so either the Prank Kids token, the Adventurer token, or in this case, the Primal Being token. So he's going to bounce back the Nibiru to his opponent's hand. And then we're going to see him finally proceed here to the end phase to go ahead and recycle 3 Meow Meow included. And then 2 Prank Kids back into the deck to go ahead and draw 1 here in the end phase. So has access to the resource recursion from the Bow Wow during the next standby phase. And we'll see if he decides to use it. DPE coming back, so in the standby phase at this point, we'll see if that Bow Wow is going to activate. This player typically likes to use Bow Wow in the standby. But it looks like he is not going to. Just want to double check Rocket Ride real quick as well. Let's see here. But they cannot attack this turn. Tribute this card, then target 2 Prank Kids on fusion monsters. There's different names in your graveyard. Okay, so they don't get granted any sort of protection. Yeah. So everything I think here is fair game for the DPE. So we'll see how he is going to navigate this board. I mean, really just no interruptions here, at least that are known. The only thing you have to worry about right now are just kind of walking into hand traps, but Doodle Doo and Bow Wow Bark really not going to do anything in terms of interruptions here. I thought Rocket Ride gave protection to the monsters that it brought back, but I think I might be confusing that with Weather Washer. Let's see. They cannot be destroyed by battle this turn, yeah. So Weather Washer is the one that offers the protection. So it looks like we will see here in main phase the Bow Wow Bark recycling here back 2 to the hand. And then we're going to see Kaleido Chick and Martin get summoned to the field. with the help of Tiger and just, I believe, the effect of Martin, returning the Tiger back to the hand. And now has opportunity here for a rank 4 play. If Dweller is in the extra deck, that is almost a turn skip against a deck like this. Stopping all the Prank Kids effects from resolving, stopping potential water enchantresses if they're hitting the graveyard, turning off Draco back, getting that out of the loop, right? Abyss Dweller extremely strong, and it looks like here, this turn, we will see him get access to that Tri-Brigade engine in the form of Kit. And this could be really huge. An Omen into this board could be really strong to apply a lot of pressure. Pandemonium, you definitely know at this point, is not in the back line, so it's not a threat. You don't have to worry about Battle Butler here. We will see an Effect Veiler on the Kit, followed immediately by another Effect Veiler on the DPE, which I'm assuming the DPE attempted to activate there on that Veiler to dodge it by destroying it, making the Veiler essentially miss its target. But he has another Veiler for this DPE, which is really strong. So now he's going to have to make a bit of a different play here. We're going to see him go Link 3 into Rugal, the Silver Sheller. Kit effect is going to activate here. He's going to probably dump Nerval. Nerval is going to go ahead and search a copy of Karass, I would imagine. Yep. And obviously need to grab Karass at this point for extension, because he still can try again for a Shureg, so long as he has the cards in hand to do it. I think I see double Nibiru. We know one of which was actually bounced back the previous turn by the Draco back. We know he has a... I think it was a... Yeah, obviously we know he has the Karass. I think I saw another, like, Lunalight monster in hand. It's the Tiger, which he is actually going to now get rid of for the Karass. Tiger being a very valuable one of. Just going to go ahead and pitch it away here to get the Karass on board for a Banish 4 of Shureg. And we'll see what Shureg decides to go ahead and get rid of here. I mean, probably you want to get rid of Doodle Doo. I feel like that's probably the best thing to get rid of. I don't know the token stats offhand, but if the token were big enough, I imagine you'd want to banish that. Looks like he's going to go ahead and link off the Shureg and the Karass into Bearbrum. And then we're going to see Karass get to act, or not Karass, we're going to see the Shureg get to activate here. We're going to go ahead and search a Fractal out for follow-up for next turn, which is really strong. And now we're going to see him actually activate the other effect of Bearbrum, which we do not get to see activate all that often, discarding 2 to revive a banished Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast. This time going to go for Nerval. And Nerval's going to go ahead and banish a few to go ahead and spec an Ancient, Ancient Warriors double Dragon Lord. So we're going for the DDL here. Going to go ahead and send the Tanky to attempt to bounce the Fansies. That's going to get dodged by a Link Karibo that's been lingering in the graveyard. I would have forgot about that one myself, honestly. Kind of a saucy play. And then we're going to see him link off the Bearbrum and the Rugal for Access Code Talker. And now we're going to go ahead and see Bearbrum. I think Bearbrum was going to search there, but I believe this is just going to be game once the access code goes ahead and banishes both the DDL and the Rugal from grave to pop the remaining monsters on field. Going to go ahead and use the Foolish Burial Goods to dump the Serenade. That's going to get access to the Kaleida Chicken. I think that's the extra damage. Didn't even need to use the Bearbrum there, it looks like. So just kind of playing quickly there just to show his opponent that he does indeed have game, so they can move on to game 2, which after a very long game 1. Like, we're like 20 minutes into the video here. And already a rough start at game 2 here for our Pranked player with the Token Collector. Also a reminder, guys, don't forget to check out the ways you guys can support the channel at the links down in the description below, either using my affiliate links that I have or by using my discount code WinnerKills10off at checkout when you shop on Imperium Duelist. So Token Collector is going to do a great job of not only completely denying our Prank Kid player here of the Adventurer engine, but also turning off key cards like Pranks as well. And while the Token Collector is on the field, I believe Nibiru is completely out of the question, which will work in favor for both players here. So we're going to see him go for Meow Mew as normal. Summon out green, link into Doodle Doo here. And then we're going to see him actually get to chain block here with place. Since his opponent now has a monster on field, he'll get to drop the Token Collector by 500, which I would imagine is now at 0. I don't know how much attack Token Collector gains for each token destroyed. I think it's like 600 attack or something. I could be wrong. Yeah, and then we're going to see him go ahead and get Pranks, get Pandemonium to the graveyard to be able to recycle back with the Doodle Doo. And we might see him link off the Doodle and the blue into another Doodle, get a red on field, or another attribute that he still needs access to. Yep, so we'll go ahead and do that. He's already got the Pandemonium to hand. I think the Pandemonium's hand, or he might have sent that. We'll see. Yeah, no, he's got the Pandemonium in the grave, which was sent there off the Fansies. He's going to spec a Fansies off of the red, and then Doodle's going to tag back to get the Pandemonium. Still going to go for the Pranks, obviously, and setting 2 back row. So if there is a Cosmic Cyclone, it is now a 50-50. Always helpful to try to set more than you think you may need. You don't want to just always set the Pandemonium, because it makes it a very easy target to go ahead and get hit with something like Twin or Cosmic Cyclone. Twin Twister would probably just absolutely be an FTK here. Really depends on what that other back row is. If it's a Solemn Judge, I mean, that's another story. But we're going to see him draw Nibiru off of Prank Kid's Pranks. That's a solid draw if it weren't for the Token Collector. So we'll see how this plays out. I believe you cannot Nibiru while Token Collector's in the field. I think that's how that worked. But we're going to see a Lancia right back. Talk about floodgates after floodgate. Token Collector, doing only so much against Prank Kids, but we're going to see Lancia be a literal FTK against this Tri-Luna deck. And we're already into a Game 3 just as fast as that Game 2 ended. So yeah, we're going to see Tri-Luna go first here, leading with Foolish Burial to dump the Yellow Martin. And then we're going to see Yellow Martin effect here to go ahead and grab the Serenade Dance from the deck to the hand. And then we're going to see the Perfume. That's going to go ahead and revive the Yellow Martin. And then Perfume Graveyard effect, banishing itself and discarding the Serenade as cost. To go ahead and search here. We'll see what he decides to grab. I'm going to go for the Tiger. And now also has access to the Serenade Dance, which is another extender here. We'll see him activate Serenade, discarding a Token Collector, so freely getting that card into the grave to act as a disruption here already this early in the turn. And getting Kaleido Chick out onto the field. We're going to see Kaleido Chick activate here, sending as cost. Probably going to dump another Martin, I would imagine. Yep, going to send another Martin here. And now we're going to see him go for a rank 4. So we'll see what he decides to go for here. Really do like that this version of the deck has a really solid access to rank 4s, because there are a lot of really good rank 4s right now. Abyss Dweller included. I think that is one of the best cards this format if your deck can make it. Definitely something you want to try and do. It's so good against so many decks. I mean, this Tri-Luna deck included. So many graveyard effects going on. We're going to see Chick Tiger shenanigans. Going to go for another rank 4 in that of Tiger King. This is going to be able to go ahead and search out that Tanky, which can go ahead and bridge him here to his Tri-Brigade engine. Really great synergy. You can see how much value this rank 4 engine that the Lunalight deck can bring here adds to the deck overall. Really helping enable the Tri-Brigade stuff while getting you a lot of extra advantage in the process. Just being able to link off Tiger King and Wise Tricks, you're probably into a Farragut. Yeah, really great synergy. Farragut is going to go ahead and help to extend even further to get that Fractal on the field. And then we're going to go ahead and see him banish 1 and 2, probably for Bear. Yep, this could go right for an Appaloosa before he decides to go any further here. And if his opponent does have Nibiru, it's pretty much now or never. But it looks like he's going to go for another rank 4. And yeah, we're going to see him go for a Gallant Granite. I'm sorry. Searching out Nibiru mid-combo. Scaling the Tiger. Bringing out the Emerald Bird. And then Zephyros bouncing back here. That's Tiger. Going for Dweller. Scaling Tiger yet again. Bringing out Yellow Martin. Going to go for the 3 material Appaloosa. And getting Revolt here. And the draw from Farragut. Like, I actually just don't know how you beat this board. Everything known, like, on field right now is enough as is. Dweller, I mean, Dweller seals the whole game here, honestly. Unless his opponent has Forbidden Droplet. But even if he has Droplet, he still has to worry about Revolt in the backline, plus a Nibiru in hand. That's a lot to deal with. And token collectors in the graveyard, too. Like, they're... You got Appaloosa for 3. You have Abyss Dweller. You have Revolt. You have Token Collector. You have Nibiru. So many interruptions here off of that incredible combo. And, I mean, I'd be shocked if I saw a Pranked player break this board. That'd be something truly insane. Let's see if he can do it. Starting off with Place. Going to have to commit the normal summon for red. You've probably got a Revolt there. Just make his life that much more difficult. Clearing the normal summon is always a solid thing to do against this deck, especially if they've got nothing else going. Revolt's obviously going to bring out the Sure Egg. Sure Egg is going to do its thing and banish the Lampseas. And then we're going to see everything else in the grave go ahead and resolve here. We're going to search out a copy of Karass. Enchantress now attempting to activate. That does get stopped by the Appaloosa. We're going to see him set one and pass. Hope it's a Pandemonium with 3 kids in hand. Otherwise, I mean, this is looking rough. I mean, even if it is... Like, none of those kids are going to resolve because of the Dweller. We're going to see him put everything in attack. He does have Pandemonium. But it looks like it's not going to be enough here, I would imagine. We're just going to see our Pranked player go ahead and concede. As I don't think there's a way for him to win this one here. Regardless. I think they're just talking it out right now. Unless he has access to... And he might have full access to Butler here, but I just don't think it's going to be enough, right? You chain Dweller. If he summons the Butler, you just go ahead and negate it with Appaloosa. And he only has 1 blow up there. He doesn't have access to Meow. So, yeah, we're going to see Tri-Luna take this match 2-1. I think time was getting close to being called as well, and they wanted to wrap the match up as well. So... Tri-Brigade Lunalight deck profile getting uploaded tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. And if you guys want to see more of my content, you know, click on one of the videos on the bottom of the screen. And last but not least, a huge shout out goes to our Divine Level channel members. They are Tweeter0226, Pony Stark, Cadillacs84, Keith Sidgers, and Justin Lamb. Thank you guys so much as always for your extremely kind and generous support of the channel.